Well, checking in with the Lima Public Library. Joining us today, Sarah Crawford. She is the Reference Department Manager at the library, and thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so first of all, we've got a neat event for a Christmas theme. It's Medieval Feast, though. Tell us about that.
Okay, so that is a program that I'm doing. I actually have a history degree. I studied medieval studies, and I try to bring, something fun every chance I get with my history degree. So a lot of people, I think, when they think of medieval Christmas, they probably think of like heavy church services and kind of cold, and that was anything but. This was definitely their festive time.
Okay.
So I want to talk a little bit about, how the medievals celebrated Christmas, but also some of the traditions that they were, doing then that we still do today, and also some of the foods that they were eating at the time, and really just kind of liven things up with that.
I said, oh, really? So do they eat some of the same things we eat at Christmas time or not?
Gingerbread was very popular at the time. It was a time when you were expecting company and parties, so you would save your spices, which were incredibly rare and precious.
Oh, okay.
And it was a way of, to make this gingerbread, which is more like a cake at that point in time, not so much a cookie. You wanted it to kind of show off, like I can afford these spices, but it's also like I can only afford them once a year. So, gingerbread, that sort of thing. A lot of the roasts and things like that we talk about, pottage, things that, you don't think you recognize until you see it and taste it. And I do.
You're like, okay, all right. So when is that medieval feast?
That is going to be on December 14th.
Do you need to sign up ahead of time?
We do need people to register, just so I know how many people, so I make sure I have plenty of gingerbread.
Okay, very good. That sounds fun. All right, you brought a basket. This is part of the winter reading program, so tell us more.
It is. Our winter reading will start in January, and really, in some ways, I really like winter reading a little bit more than summer reading because it's a perfect time to cuddle up with a blanket and a book and just, enjoy that. And we reward you for it.
All right.
So for every 3 books that you read, starting in January, you can submit a slip, and you get to get one of our small prizes every time you do. And then you also get to enter a grand prize, that will be we have really nice blankets. We have these really nice mugs and hot cocoa sets and things like that.
Oh, neat.
So you're going to be inside reading and staying out of the cold anyway. You might as well get some treats from it as well.
Right, exactly. And the library is a perfect place to find all different kinds of books. Now, is this all ages or is this just
This is all ages, absolutely, from babies on up.
All right, so get the kids involved and keep them reading too when they do it. So January and February, when's the program end?
It ends about mid-February. I'm sorry, I don't have the date right up my head.
No, that's all right. So just start reading after the holidays and enjoy it. That is a good thing. I like that, the winter thing. All right, so also people like, audiobooks and e-books and things like that. There are some apps and some places to go where you can get books, right? If you don't want to leave your house and go to the library.
If Santa brings you a new device, we want you to know that we have some apps. We have Libby, which is a continuation of Overdrive, and Hoopla as well, where you can get free e-books, audiobooks. A lot of times we find people like to listen to books in their car while they're driving back and forth to work.
Yes. Okay.
So these are apps that allow you to do that. You can do them on a device or your phone often, and it's free. I mean, a lot of times, instead of paying for your e-books, your e-materials, we allow you to get all these materials for free.
All right, so it's kind of like a library card there through this app.
Yeah, you use your library card to sign up the app. You download the app for free, use your library card, and you have access to all those materials without having to pay a dime.
That is awesome. I think people probably don't understand that. And if you did get something free from Santa, new from Santa, you guys can probably help set it up.
Absolutely.
If you have problems with apps.
You come on in, we'll get you all set up to go, and you will be reading and listening before you know it.
That's awesome stuff. Well, thanks for coming today, Sarah.
Thank you for having me.
All right, don't go away. New Edition continues in a moment.